Alright, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We are loading in for Calamity versus Cynic, and a very interesting turn of events. It's going to be an artist mirror on Treatment Theater, aka Larry's, but I'm here for it. Regardless, I'm your host, Little Regard. I'm joined today by none other than Outcast Andrew. Welcome back, friend. How you doing?
I am doing awesome. I got my coffee, I got DBD in front of me, and I'm ready to watch a very peculiar match. And wow, I can't even do an intro. We already got a tag here. Nini a little bit out of position there, getting tagged with an M1. Leary's, artist Leary's is very, very spicy. I'm here for it. I'm a little interested in how it's going to go. We get the head-on play coming in, and we're going to continue this chase on Nini. Oh my goodness, Ruin's got everything's happening all at once. What are we doing?
We are supposedly casting, but I'm with you. A lot of stuff happening right off the bat. Ruin going down, an early tag coming in, but not able to follow it up thanks to the head-on stun, and artists trying to find their bearings. One perk down. It looks like they actually got rid of Ruin. Thrill the Hunt is still available. Taking an attack through the window before the drop down, but it looks like it's going to be balanced landing and or live to get them distance, and Artist not able to follow up with the Dire Crows. Will be getting away scot-free. Nini getting reset in the meantime, and looks like Artist will try to continue this chase regardless of how long it takes us. They need to get some pressure going ASAP.
Yeah, that was a really, really quick start. You have to pardon me. The Ink Egg is an add-on I wasn't quite familiar with, but we're seeing the hands add-on there, the severed hands, which is pretty common, and then we've also got the Ink Egg, which is going to increase the number of crows available by 1, which is going to make shotguns a lot scarier. Although I kind of feel like it might be necessary on Leary's. Like, you know, we were talking about this before we started. On a normal map, on a standard map, you've got loops that you kind of get stuck at, and then you can, you know, sometimes it's a hard time leaving the loop. Meanwhile, with Leary's, you got windows, you got doors, you got random stuff all over the place. So we do see Thrill of the Hunt going down. So 3 of the perks are now deactivated. But we may see the 4th perk coming in right now as we get this quick down on Lusty. I wonder how the survivors are doing on the gens.
It's a fair point, and also we're doing. So I think there's another added benefit to the Ink Egg, is the fact that when you're shooting out these Dire Crows, you get a little bit of scouting. Obviously, I think that 4th crow lets you really set up a line of crows down the side and really get a good, you know, bird's eye view. No pun intended. Of if there's anybody hiding in lockers, get that killer instinct value and really find a survivor. But in the meantime, first gen goes down. It wasn't actually a pain rush. 2 gens going down as we saw them both being worked on. However, Artists, again, despite this not being a pain resonance, this is where it's going to be really interesting. I don't know how the survivors are going to come in for this unhook per se, or even if they will. That was a really good late first chase. I think the survivors could actually just sit on gens. There's no deadlock, obviously. I don't think the artist has a particularly high amount of pressure at the moment.
No, and you're absolutely right. Look, you can see those 3 gens on the exact opposite side of the map. Lusty went down here at the bottom side of the map, far away from that 3-gen top side, and they do come in and get the unhook for free while Obi was setting up some birds. Quick tag on the Feng Min, and we're going to try and continue our tunnel out here. Yeah, this could be one of the cases of, all right, hey, have fun, friend. You're going to dangle there for a little while we crank gens across the map. Looks like Survivor's looking good right now.
Oh, that's a great setup for the birds. Really good use of getting rid of the God Palette. And that is going to be another hook coming in for Lusty. I don't think that there's a decisive strike. And yeah, this will be second hook incoming. Curious if it's going to be a pain res or not. Looks like Survivor will be rotating around for the unhook. That will be a pain resistance. But we see 2 separate gens, about 60% each, going away. So Survivors are not taking this line down. They are putting up a fight.
Outcast hot take of the day. Keeping in mind I run it every time I play comp. Just pain res is a garbage perk. That's right, I said it. Okay, it's not actually a garbage perk, but Obi lost 2 gens. I mean, it only would have hit 1. When they went down bottom side of the map, they went down at the very edge of the map. There was clearly no pain res that you could get to. Pain res is not a garbage perk, obviously, but it is such a pain in the butt when you hook on one side and you turn around, you see 4 glowing yellow beacons on the opposite end of the map, and that must have been what happened on that first hook.
It's entirely possible. That definitely does happen on Larry's.
Oh yeah, Larry's particularly, right? And you don't even know what doors are open sometimes. Anyways, Lusty is getting close to death here. And another free unhook! No trade, no nothing. Another gen pops. This is getting spicy.
Indeed. Looks like they are going to get the Dire Crows on Claudette. trying to follow up with a possible shotgun hit here. But I think they're actually going to dispel them before the hit. Yeah, they're going to be able to dispel them before they're able to take a shot. Not able to cut them off in time. And I'm curious if a hit tank's going to come in from Claudette. No, they don't even need it. They got a pallet. 4th gen going down. In the meantime, going to set up Dire Crow across it so they can't keep using this loop. Really good use of shutting off the loops with these crows. And now Claudette likely go. Yeah, I'm about to say they will go down here. And this will be a death hook, but there's no pain res left. It's only been 1 use. And again, it does come down to the fact that I think pain res is objectively still probably the best best gen regression perk that you can use on this map specifically. Like, Pop Goes Weasel is not going to do you any good. Obviously, you can't use Deadlock. You might be able to use Dying Light, but again, I don't know why you'd want to go for a slowdown like that instead of just regression. So, unfortunately, yeah, Pain Res isn't the best perk, but it's unfortunately the most usable one in this situation.
It's also, I mean, again, I tease, right? It's also strong because, I mean, when you're playing competitively, people are dying in the right spots, usually.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, my team should listen to me. But you're dying in the right spots, and if you're dying in the right spots, you're not dying anywhere near the active gens. And if you're not dying anywhere near the active gens, yeah, Pop Goes the Weasel ain't gonna do anything for you. Pain Res is a dummy regression. You put it on, and the entity decides which one to regress. So. We got this chase on Ace. Oh, respects the pallet and gets another loop out of it, but I don't know how long Ace is going to survive here, given the bird's power. Oh, a little bit of a sandbag there, going for the hit tank, and Angels goes down. We're gonna keep the snowball going here.
But to say, yeah, unfortunate attempt at the hit tank not working out. They're going to eat the Dire Crows, but that means there's going to be a free hit potentially coming in. Yeah, they will get the tag. If they don't dispel those crows ASAP, they could actually possibly line this one up. Will they get the shot? Oh,
great
line game.
She was not dispelling. Good dodge, but she was not dispelling. You were absolutely right there.
Oh.
Hit through the pallet. Okay, this game is coming along. Ducky's the only one up right now.
But to say, I think they don't have a chance to finish this generator. If a pain res does come through, yeah, there will be a pain res. So whatever gen was being worked on is not going to be finishing anytime soon. And it's a matter of, will they be able to get the pickup? No, they're brazen.
So what's the play here? Is it get the generator, then recover your team, or is this? There's no way you're resigning yourself to a 4K0, right? Like that just doesn't happen.
I think you definitely do want to. Oh my goodness, they get the actual. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot tougher now.
This is rough.
Yeah.
Now you don't get the gen done. Now you're across the map and you need to go for this pickup. Are you in the locker? No, I was gonna say I think they ran around this corner up here. Yeah.
Did they just manage to evade the killer? Oh no!
Oh, they
great
did!
Killer
For
instinct.
a second.
Great use of Dire Crow for that killer instinct. They will be able to pick up Ace if they. Yeah, but I say they shouldn't double back here. Yeah, Ace will be able to get picked up, but they're going to both be injured. So there is a chance to recover. Great hit tank. But this could also be a quick down.
Yeah, God, brazen is the right term. I think we're gonna. What was that? What was that?
Oh, she got messed up. She went for the vault, but she got sucked back into the locker.
That was a spacebar spam. That's unfortunate. That could be the game-changing play right there. Really, unfortunately. Ugh.
It really could because yeah, they were gonna stop the second stage from happening on Ninny, but now it's gonna be another pain res coming in, so Ace can't commit to that gen. But Ace is not in a great spot. The only thing going for Ace right now is that they have not been hooked yet. So if they decide to try and make an escape for it, but they're injured. If they don't have some way to heal themselves, they're kind of in a bind. And even then, even if you heal yourself, Artist does have that shotgun spread. They can effectively stop you from hiding out too long.
I don't think that gen is an option. I mean, I know that OB obviously has to worry about it. That gen's not an option anymore. It got eaten. It ate 2 pain reses. And I think if Feng had been able to sit there and finish it, it could have been an okay play. But yeah, this got really out of hand really quickly. And Ace, I mean, I can't imagine how he can go save. He's injured, so he can't save very easily. He can't do the gen. So I think we're stealth out for an RNG hatch play maybe.
I think that's the only thing they have in possible. And I think the artist is starting to realize that now. Seeing this gen with no progress whatsoever. Yeah, they're going to start using their crows, get shotguns at different areas. Ducky's about to go to second stage. So they're going to try, yeah. And obviously, I think this is one of the few kills they could probably deal with. If you find the hatch, you can probably keep the exit gates under control. They find Ace though.
Oh no! Oh, here we go. All right. Well, that's gonna be a 4K0 then.
Let's say 4K1 is secured.
4K1.
Great crows.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, you're good. Just the great crow placement. That is the third time, at least this game, that the crows have prevented anything powerful from happening on these loops. They're just completely shutting them down.
Very, very comfortable with the crow placement. I mean, obviously taking away the unfortunate locker hop, which happens to all of us. I'd say play of the game was the quick down on Claudette. Nothing like shutting down one of the god palette. There are two amazing god palettes in this map. We're standing by one in the library here, and the other one at the it's always sort of bottom side of the map. And managed to set up a crow and snipe Claudette during the vault. That was
all right, everyone. Welcome back to Champions of the Fog. So a little bit of an update. This was in fact something called out. It just wasn't brought to the attention immediately, and upon further research, it was called within the first 2 minutes of the broadcast. And unfortunately, we just it slipped through. So we are letting them reset because, despite the fact that Angel had an amazing start, it's nothing they did wrong. Unfortunately, Dead by Daylight is... Oh, no.
I was gonna say, I didn't want to cut you off. Ruin spawned right by them that time.
Yep.
It's okay.
This is a feels
Angels
bad.
can do it. Yeah, it definitely feels bad. Oh, damn. Anyways, Time Machine. The last 10 minutes didn't happen. And let's get to it. This is, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. But you know what? That's DVD, right?
Yep, unfortunately, that is the way it goes, and we'll see how they are able to try and pull this back, as now, obviously, Ruin getting cleansed about the same time. Getting a good tag onto Rocket, though. I believe using Lithe to get some distance. Wait. No, they didn't get Lithe value. They might be trying to get Sprint Burst back? This not looking so good for Colette. They are definitely in a bad spot, but just
good dodge.
Respecting the pallet, doubling through, and obviously able to set up the crow now. Do they hold W? They do. They did. Yeah, I was about to say they got Sprint Burst 99 and ready to go. That was a great job.
Yeah. So we need a quick start here from Angels. Solid, really good players, but this can get away from you in the mental game really easily. Again, Angels didn't do anything wrong last game. Great.
That
wow.
Was a great tag.
I mean, I can't believe that comes in. That's a god palette. There's no reason why that hit should come in. I mean, again, no disrespect again, but like that's as a survivor, sometimes you get into that. I don't know what to do. Spam vault, and it happened and they went down. Little bit of gen progress coming in. Ruin is gone, but that that allows Angels to activate their fourth perk, which will be seen on any gen kicks. So that's good to see.
But it's a good backup, but I think this is actually a really good backup plan. Seeing if there's any survivor hanging out for the unhook. Again, this is the one thing that's going to be interesting going forward with the hook stages being changed to 60 to 70 seconds. Artist taking kind of a bit of an earth because this killer definitely heavily relies on proxying and camping out a survivor to death. Oh, trying to set up a tag. Oh my goodness, they immediately got it going in for the unhook at the same time as the second gen pops.
Good timing. Another free unhook, unfortunately. I say free, takes a tag, but free in a sense of no one for one there. Which, I mean, it's one of those we've seen this constantly in all three of these games so far, where you're setting up birds. It's almost like the survivors are keeping an eye on. They're watching your cooldowns and they're seeing, okay, birds are gonna get shot out right away. Now I make my move for the hook, and it's worked pretty much every single unhook in this game. In this match. So we're looking for a basement hook here, though. This could get spicy. That's a little bit harder to come in for a free unhook.
True. I was thinking they're going to do this. I thought for a second it was the opposite side and it was going to make it harder, but yeah, that is going to be a basement hook secured, and this will most likely make it near impossible. I say that crow flew under the map.
I was going to say those were downstairs.
Unfortunate. And so they will be able to secure this, but now it's looking less of a secure the 4K2, 4K1. It's going to be, can they hold it to a 4K1? Because, yeah, without Ruin, without anything going on, it's going to be a whole lot harder to pressure these gens and keep everything down.
I think the smartest thing that anyone... Oh, my goodness!
That is a mistake. Putting him on the ground, leaving him slugged is a great idea.
And you have the injured survivor, the injured ace here. I think that I think Hein is just cranking away a generator, so this could be another situation where Rocket is just dead.
Yeah, it does look to be the case. They probably are cranking away on a generator in the distance. But I say, if there's a pain res in the vicinity, it would not be a bad idea to try and get them. But oh my goodness, yeah, that is a huge momentum swing for the killer. This gen only has about 30% as well.
I think that if you hook right now, you don't secure the kill. Did they pick up Pedro?
They did, and they
will
be able to get this unhook at the very last possible second.
My God.
But they're both injured, setting up Crows to go down on, getting the tag on Claudette, able to follow it. No, not able to follow it up before the window.
Very close. I think that was a mistake. I understand wanting to keep Pedro down, but I mean, when you're 1 second away from a 3v1, I don't think you leave that. I think that
this is going to be a crucial point. They get the pickup.
He does get him up though.
So here's a crucial point. You left Claudette, the tunnel target is gone, but I think it's because they want to get a pain res or two to stop the gen that Laura's working on from firing.
That's very smart, yeah. Oh, and he's gonna get it. That's a pain res there right in front of him. This is gonna come in right now. Yep, there it is. And you've got another down survivor. You could throw another pain res on this one. Because at this point, you don't camp Adam here. That would be a mistake, I believe, so.
For sure. Trying to get a check on where Claudette is. Obviously, Claudette was able to reset. I believe it was the inner healing that let them get their health state back. And now, trying to look for their slug. If they don't go for their slug to try and pick them up and get another pain res, I don't know why you let Claudette go. Because I think you would be better off, if you're going for that, get the Claudette down, tunnel them out. Because yeah, now the tie condition is met. And it's still it's still a 4v1.
This is a 3-gen. I mean, it's a bit of a wide 3-gen, but it's not north and south like every other game so far in this set. Every other game in this set had a far top bottom split. This is a defendable 3-gen. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. And we're dealing with I don't want to spoil, but I mean, Kurt that is pretty good for holding a 3-gen.
The problem is, and here's the thing, I agree that the 3-gen is actually fairly good for artists. You have 4 survivors still alive. This is not a 3v1. This is a 4v1. And 4v1, unless you are a Billy, something's going to happen. They do secure second stage, which means they're going to let the survivors come in and get the unhook. Someone was over here for a brief moment, but you need to find Claudette, and they're not going to give that to you for free. If they come in for this unhook, you have to tunnel out ASAP.
Well, it's that situation, too. Now, Claudette is the worst target a lot of the times to follow. Well, I mean, that's not true. Claudette is only going to be working on that generator right there.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I mean by the worst. Claudette is only going to be working on that generator, and if you engage with her, she's going to press W all the way up the other end of the map. If you want to kill her, you got to leave all 3 gens.
Yep.
The other survivors who are not dead, who, if they do take a tag and do go down and don't die, they'll be the ones working the deeper gens. Going for a slingshot here, but, I mean, Adam's sitting right there and can call it out, right?
Yeah, so they can call it out. They let her know that, well in advance. But that's the thing, you only have a couple more seconds left on this hook, and so one of these two have to rotate in for an unhook. Yeah, and since Laura to be coming in, Ace gonna be baiting out. Body blocks will be coming in though.
Good body block.
A phenomenal
Oh my God, good body block.
Claudette's gonna be coming in.
Oh, the double! That was so close. Good play by the survivors there.
Oh, but they can't leave that gen for too long. No killer instinct from Laura, though. Yeah, and both these heroes are going to go to the opposite side. They've both been pain rezzed. Yeah, I'm beginning to worry that maybe not tunneling the Claudette might be costing them here.
Yeah, it was a really... I mean, you were right. I think if you took the double...
Oh my goodness, what?
There was 2 on that. There was 2 on that. And, okay, so what happened there was Laura took the bird, the hands spread it to... Because you can't take 2 birds back to back.
Right.
There is a cooldown. This is not for you, obviously. I'm talking to it.
And it's a poke back here, which is so deep in their shot. Oh my goodness. But they finish it.
Oh, but they get the gen done. Oh my goodness. That was so close. That was so close. Yeah, that was 2 people cranking away that gen. Laura got hit by the first bird. It spread over to Marco, and Marco took the second bird and got downed. But unfortunately, Laura stuck the generator. I mean, good for Laura. Stuck the generator and managed to get it done. So that is going to be the win on this set for Calamity. Really unfortunate with the reset, and you got to feel for Angels and Cynic for the way things played out again. Not really anybody's fault. about the lag, but yeah, disappointing end. Not no, all the power to whichever team wins, but it does suck to have a reset and then have the game go south for you.
Absolutely, but they'll be playing it out, trying to get a last couple of kills here. Claudette does go down, and I imagine we'll probably see at least 2 out, possibly the 3rd. And yeah, set 1 will be going to Calamity after all. So we'll be coming back for set number 2 in just a moment. I believe most of these maps this weekend are actually going to be entirely indoor. So kind of crazy, a little bit of an end to the season, but regardless, we'll be taking a short intermission as we get set number 2 set up. Thank you all so much for tuning in on the weekend. It's been a blast. Season 11 will be coming to a close this weekend and next weekend, so thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We're loading in for the Dredge mirror on Midwich, and this is, in fact, new Dredge, new Midwich, new look, new lockers being locked, but still a billion lockers on this map.
I'm excited. I realized loading in that this is new Midwich. Now, let's be clear, new Midwich is a little bit, it's not that new, but the one thing that I don't even know if it was in the patch notes, but that they added, they took away the breakable doors. Not just the breakable door. Obviously, in the patch notes, they mentioned that the bathroom breakable doors were going to be open.
Right.
So basically, every corner has a staircase. Every corner of the map has a staircase. You don't have to rely on the killer to open it. But this is a window room. This is a window room,
right.
And that used to be a breakable door right there.
Exactly.
That one there. It's gone, which is interesting. It's a little bit of a time saver. I think it's fair. Survivors got an open doorway, and killers don't got to waste their time kicking the door. That's nice. So I'm excited to see what we got going on here. What do you think of the build? Looks pretty standard, except for one.
It looks pretty spicy, honestly. About to say, Sloppy Butcher, solid perk. Any kind of stealth build always wants to use it. They are going to be trying to do something really shady.
Dirty. I like this. For those of you guys who don't know what he's doing, he put Dragon's Grip down on that one generator, and then he left his remnant and dragged all the way across the map, hoping that they'd tap the generator, scream, and he'd teleport back for the one tap hit. Didn't take the bait, and we got a tag on Lara, and oh, good teleport. We're looking for a quick down here. This is a spicy new pallet room too.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the rooms have some different setups now.
Was that? I couldn't tell how strong that was. It was kind of one of those ones where like it had a tall bookcase, so it's kind of like it felt like a Macmillan map. Tile where you can't see through the walls. Quick down on Hines, so we are going to see our first down come in. No pain res in play, so we're just going to get a hook and probably see some harassment while we camp it.
No, I don't think you camp this. You definitely want to go around, harass the gens, apply eruption to where you can. And so just a brief mention back on that loop. The loop is fairly strong, but it's because there's 2 tiles and it actually connects through the wall of the building. So you got a pallet on the outside, pallet on the inside, and combined it makes a really strong loop.
Oh, there's right, because there's a couple hallway pallets now, right?
Yep.
That is a good
There's
one.
the Dragon's Grip popping off, though. The question is, can they find the survivor? Can they get back to it in time?
They were on cooldown. These are the scratch marks, though. 2 gens pop. So we know where all the survivors are now.
Yeah.
This person is exposed for what, 60 seconds?
I don't know if it's a full 60. I think it's closer to 40. I forget. I want to say they changed it at one point. The question is now, can they get it? Oh my goodness, the boldness of the strat vaulting through. Just running
About
W to the other side.
Left, it looks like. I think it's the same length as the cooldown.
I believe you are right. Mining game's coming in.
Oh my good double back.
I think they misclicked that. Again, Dredge is a bit of a specialist killer. You have to realize what the hotkeys are. And I think the survivor is no longer exposed.
For sure not anymore.
Oh my
we do have
goodness.
Nightfall coming in. And we're going to
No, they are. Never mind.
Wait, what?
I guess it is 60 seconds. I thought this was always 40 seconds, but I guess it is 60 seconds. That will be an instant down on Claudette. First hook incoming, and this gen is going to start regressing thanks to Eruption. But in the meantime, survivors did get the unhook on Lara. They did get the reset. And about to say, they're swapping over to Gen's 1 center gen.
So the kick cooldown is shorter than the actual exposure, because the kick cooldown with Dragon's Grip was off cooldown. We get one more vault. It's gonna block it. Nope. We're gonna come in and tag it, and that's gonna be another quick down. Anyway, sorry. I'm marveling at the
and they get the killer instinct. They get the killer instinct on the bottom floor. They know we're. Oh man.
This is why, I mean, Dredge is insanely strong during Nightfall.
True.
The map awareness, the fast teleports, the fast recharge. We're gonna put down Eruption here, and probably teleport back up to the. This is a gross hook because it's just far enough away that you can teleport to the top of the stairs there. If it was any that hook was any closer, those lockers would be blocked. That is really bad for the survivors.
Absolutely, and now using their power, they do get the tag onto Adam. Nightfall is going to end. They're going to jump into the next room over, but I think second stage, unless they run in right now, is going to be secured momentarily. It looks like, I think Heiden's just content to work on the gen. They're going to send someone over to get the pickup, and momentarily, yeah, pickup on Fang. Unhook, not coming in time. Second hook is confirmed on the survivor. And nobody coming up still.
We've got 3 injured survivors, 1 on hook. So which means Nightfall's going to be cranking, going to be charging a lot faster than it did the first time. And again, you know, as the match goes on, as Sloppy Butcher does its work and stops people from being able to reset, as this keeps on happening, you're going to see Nightfall over and over and over again, and snowball and snowball and snowball. Rockets on hook. We got 2 injured. Only 1 person can come in for free on hook. So Survivor's looking a little hand. This is the free person there.
I think they're cranking away on the center gen, trying to double it down. Again, you could go down and get Eruption on it potentially, but I think honestly, getting a 3v1 at 1 or 2 gens remaining is pretty brutal. Here comes the body block, trying to body block the last 20 or so seconds. Lara Croft trying to make it right.
Oh, she slips by!
And that will be a hook trade. Does Eruption proc in time. There's the Eruption. Nightfall about to take place too.
We're leaving the slug, and we're going to try for this tunnel out. I don't think Angels wants to have a repeat of last game with the Artist game where you didn't tunnel out Claudette.
Oh, but they were actually doing 2 gens. Pop. Oh, man. Claudette not going down. Oh, enemies necessary for the fake.
The fake, the pickup. Just getting her gains in, doing her reps. It's all good. Claudette is going to go down, though, so we will. Okay, so we're going into the 4v1. Sorry, we're going into 3v1 with 1 generator left. Slug gets picked up, but everybody's injured. Nightfall is still active. And we get the killer instinct.
Indeed. Oh, this is what I'm saying. New Dredge, so much more silent and stealthy, and that's going to be a down on Adam. Cutting off the Lara from getting away. It's going to look like a 2-man slug, which means this is going to be a 4K1 by the most part. Again, a dominant Dredge and a 3v1, you don't get gen stun, but especially now with this kind of pressure, getting us. Oh my goodness, getting over the top. And yeah, this is looking to be a 4K1. Obviously, you got to still find Fangman, but this is going to be close.
If you find him, I think you take the hook on Pedro, because then you've got a stationary target, a moving target, and the survivor running around trying to figure it out. You may notice, yes, you cannot crouch that. You cannot crouch the remnant. Oh wait, that was just a killer.
Yeah, that was the survivor on the ground. I don't know if you can actually crouch it. I think you actually can. I might be wrong.
No, so you can crouch. I've been told this. Please correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But I believe if you crouch a locker teleport, you can avoid it. But if you crouch the remnant teleport, it does not block it. I don't know why, but that's what I've been told by people who know.
You know, that's a fair point. I don't play a lot of Dredge personally, so
I blame Dino Melon. That's what he told me.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. They are pretty good. I will give them that. And now just looking around for the survivor again. One thing worth noting, they get the unhook.
That's
very brazen. Adam running right past, though. I imagine they're going to be able to get the pickup on Laura as well in a moment. One thing that might be really nasty is that if they let him bleed out for another 2 minutes or so, there's a genuine concern at doing a trauma tech again. We saw a trauma tech for the first time in like 3 seasons yesterday. And I don't know, it's definitely an option on the table, which we kind of discussed. Get a swing through the pallet and a miss.
Adam doing really good. Area. These 2 pallets are really strong. They moved. Okay, that hit comes in because they moved that pallet.
They moved the pallet to the other side. Yep, it's no longer close to the entrance.
I don't know why it's such a weird change. Like I don't know what the thought process is behind that, but they moved it further towards the door. That's a really strong area though. Both those pallets are pretty strong. Obviously Dredge is strong at loops, but when you can pair up two strong pallets together, it's really unfortunate that that Adam wasn't able to survive there. They do get the unhook again. We still have Hein slugged, and we still have 2 injured survivors. Hein is getting pretty close to bleeding out, and Hein is a fresh hook, so that could be a problem for our killer here. But Nightfall is starting, so hopefully we can get some killer instinct and find that slug.
Indeed. Looking around, trying to find someone. I'm about to say, I think there's actually a really big issue if this killer can't find Hein immediately. That's going to actually be a brutal tax on the points, as I don't believe they've been hooked at all. No, okay. They have been hooked once, it looks like. So they've been hooked once, so they'd only be losing one. Judging by the look of the scorecard that I'm checking right now.
No, I trust you. It was a little bit different.
I don't trust me. I don't know what you're doing.
No, it was a little spicy at the beginning because we were trading hooks a little bit before we got that tunnel out in.
Mm-hmm.
But that will be one lost point then, if it is second hook on Hein.
Yep. Ooh, great teleport to cut them off.
We're not gonna find that slug. That slug is gonna die.
It very is likely. Also worth noting is that survivor does actually have tenacity, and that's why. But part of the reason they were able to hide so well is they took tenacity away into whatever the corner they really felt like.
That's spicy. That's spicy. I mean, I think you would have had to have checked some deep corners.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, like, you expect the killer to be doing what he was doing, where it was you drop your remnant and you let go. You drop your remnant, you like doing that, trying to look for killer instinct. So you got to expect that, which means that there's no way you're going to be crawling through a hallway or anywhere close to that. You have to be in a position where you won't easily show your killer instinct. That's going to be a 4K1 with -1 point on the standard total, if your scorecard is correct.
Yes, it's going to be a 23-8, which means effectively Cynic's Survivor Squad needs to do 5 gens, because if they do 4 gens, Calamity wins by a single point. So that's actually where it makes it to where a 4K1 is not a tie condition anymore. It's actually a win condition. So, all right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We're loading in for trial number 4. Killer has to 4K1 in order to win. If the 5th gen pops, it's a loss. And obviously, if they do 4 gens, and do something similar to last game where an extra stage bleeds out or a hatch blade, then it's obviously a win there as well. But already finding us, this is a super early chase. And how are we feeling about this one with this being such an early chase?
This happened last time kind of too, where they found and tagged someone so quick. I'm kind of confused as to what's going on here. You start in a diagonal across from the killer. Well, I mean, as long as they start in a corner, like
right.
It's given you start across from them, so you should kind of know where they're coming from. But is Ace going to make this? Okay, so Ace, I like that a little weight out there. Ace did drop both corner god pallets, but that's good. That's what you want to do. You want to drop those pallets. There's no reason to leave them up and go down. So,
yeah, you want to delay this first down as much as possible.
Especially when you're already injured, right? So doing our best here to make it work. Unfortunately, leaves that room and comes to this one. I hate this pallet.
This pallet is a lot better than I give it credit for.
You know what? I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I feel like I think it sucks, and then it doesn't as much. But yeah, against Dredge though, we just saw a chase on Ninny there too. Where's Ninny?
I think they were gonna try and stealth out to the corner a little bit, see if they can maybe set up for maybe a head-on or flashlight, but yeah, they got caught out, so they will be leaving early. No pain resonance, surprisingly, from this killer. I guess they just really don't want to get got by potential again, like we talked about, Larry's RNG on this map for hooks is really tough.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like if you walk left instead of right, you won't make a hook. That happened to me the other day where, like, the close hook, there was a far hook that I had struggled to make it to, and basement, but I didn't notice basement. Like, this map can be brutal for hooks. Although, okay, I don't know if I like this courtyard hook, and I'll tell you why. It's a lot easier to stealth into. I feel like that's a heck of a lot easier to stealth into, rather than a hallway where you can see them coming down the hallway. I mean, there's too many places to come from here. But anyways, we are going to see the unhook come in. We are going to continue this tunnel out on Angels. We're waiting out that borrowed time.
Wait, now the bar time.
Waiting it
Yep.
out. Oh, big stun. Good
Ooh.
timing on that stun.
Absolutely, really well done. Again, God Palette is gone, so they're going to hold the other room. Hit tank coming in, it looks like from Hottie, but not required. Going to take a full loop here. It looks like Hottie's going to be able to take this body block in the doorway. Or maybe they're being a bit more of harassment.
Maybe trying to blanket the scratch marks to make it a little confusing. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, I'm really curious.
Could just be, could you get your stupid chase out of my room? I'm working on my motor, thank you very much.
That is
Kinda
also
seems like
a
that might be the
possibility.
case.
Indeed. Oh, but
that's going to be a down.
That really is. Eruption going off. And the question is, how much gen progress is there? It looks like Tap. No, that's not Tap. That's David. The hat looks like Detective Tap's hat from this angle.
That is fair. That is valid. Yep.
David working away on the gen. Both of these gens about 80% and Hottie about 40%.
Nightfall is starting, though. We are about to get into snowball territory. Okay, I was gonna say, didn't wait for Eruption to come back, but does wait that extra second and gets the Eruption to come back. We see the second generator pop, and now we're back on Hattie here. Am I saying Hattie wrong? Are you saying Hattie right?
I've always heard it called Hottie, but it could be Hattie. Again, I'm not sure. I'm the most uncultured person to ask when it comes to pronunciations.
You said Hottie. She is thick, though.
I mean, maybe, I don't know, but do see two survivors up top with the killer instincts, killer bouncing around. They do push the survivor away from. I say, is this ace? Is the question.
Unclear.
I literally can't
feel
tell.
like there was a little bit of yeah, it is. Is it ace? Yeah. There's a little bit of maybe misclicking there on the teleports. Seemed to be going upstairs when meant to go down and stuff.
Possibly. Also, worth noting is that there's no lockers in this area to cut them off.
Is Ace making it? Oh, come on! Coming in for the hit tank! Oh, and misses the hit tank!
That was an amazing body block.
That was crazy. I don't know how that happened. Did that auto aim onto the locker in the hall?
No, they were perfectly aligned to get the hit on Ace, and another locker blocked off. Fourth generator going down. Survivors have met the tie condition, but now Ace going down into this corner. This will be death hook.
I think Ace stood still there to maybe call out the eruption, but I don't know if there's any eruptions left at that point. We see the heal come in on Ninny. They might be resetting Lusty as well. We got one gen left with a 3K with a 3v1, so similar to last game.
Yep, there's the reset.
This is where Angels started snowballing, but we have no injuries. Only 25% of the way to Nightfall, so this is a very different game than we saw last game at this point.
Absolutely. That's the thing. The killer needs to get a couple tags. Survivors need to be really careful and not give them free tags. The Sloppy Butcher is going to make it really punishing to get these resets going. We did see scratch marks in here. It looks like they were able to... Oh my goodness, Claudette taking an unlucky tag as the killer had a really good power setup. They actually might go down this corner. They cannot give this killer a down this close to the end game.
That was a really long, methodical, planned out remnant, and it worked out. That is gonna. Oh, and the stun. I thought that was a little bit of a spicy swing there. I guess you got to go for it. The gen split here. I mean, it's Dredge, so Dredge has lots of mobility, but the gen split is really good. We got an upstairs and a downstairs cross map from each other.
Hold on.
What the heck?
What is that gen? Dude, you saw that, right?
I did.
That's a gen in the staircase.
That's new.
I'm learning so much about Midwich.
Yeah, like weird changes. Oh, by the way, there are breakable walls. There are 2 breakable walls in this map. Oh no, 3.
Oh!
There's one there, one here, and one in the school office. I believe are the only 3 breakable walls now.
Right. Also, the killers actually had a couple hiccups here. They got a good tag on Claudia, but now this is kind of starting to look in a dangerous territory for the killer. Wait, there's no gen progress. Am I crazy?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. I mean, I gotta tell. Oh no! Turn around, David!
David missing the call out, and this might be a quick 2-tap potentially following up. This is a dead zone. Do they make this vault? No, they don't. No, they do. Oh! I cannot believe they actually made that. And again, once again, no lockers in this area to cut them off from, so it's kind of a dead zone. Reset trying to come through, or is this? No, this is not a reset.
This is Hattie hanging out.
No, it was a reset, but they missed it. But now everybody's injured. It was sloppy, and we still got at least another 30 seconds maybe of Oh, this is gonna be so clutch. They have to outlast this power. If they can outlast the power, they're in a good spot.
Well, this is a dead zone too, though. There's nothing here but a couple vaults, and you don't make it to the other one either. So I think we're just
True.
dying in a corner here. There's a generator. That generator is not impossible to be here, but that's a very rare generator as well. It's a very spicy situation we're in.
True, true.
Jen's got about 50%.
Mm-hmm.
But we're getting into slug territory now. Oh dear. Did you hear Claudette?
No,
Nope,
it looks
just
like it's David. And David, I don't think makes this pallet. Eruption on the generator. Now the problem is that Claudette, I say, yeah, you can go for this hook now. They do get the pickup on Ninny, though. The question is, can they get a reset? Oh, they got the reset on Lusty.
She must have had some, she must have already been partially healed with Sloppy worn off.
Mm-hmm.
That's another spicy thing you got to remember. Sloppy's changed. Sloppy wears off.
True. I think it's a 60 or 70 seconds that wears off, and yeah, they did interrupt Hottie and Claudette resetting, but Claudette, yeah, was the one that got healed previously, and finding Hottie out of position once again, and again, with 2 servers injured, that power is taking up a lot faster than it normally would. Pushing them towards this locker again. This pallet changed.
Yeah, no, it definitely did. I mean, I don't think she didn't know, did she? Like, I realize you're expecting it to be there, but you also have eyes, right? Like, I no disrespect, but like...
I think they might have been looking out for the remnant of where they placed it.
I guess maybe didn't see the remnant, because it was out in the hall, so...
Yeah, they're looking for the remnant and figure out when they're going to teleport back, but Anna coming through on David. But now here's the problem. Now you're going to start bleeding points, and the survivors desperately need to get a generator done. This gen's about completely reversed at this point. This is the 3v1 scenario that's not great, and I don't know how you get a gen done at this point. Survivors, the gens are obviously split, but like you said, it's Dredge. He doesn't care.
Yeah, Dredge. He was on one side, now he's on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
You're also dealing with the situation where, yeah, this is the snowball that you constantly have. Unhook comes in, David's going to go down. This is a dead zone. There's nothing back here. How well can you play a window against Dredge? Not very well, right?
Not very well at all, yeah.
You don't have a choice there. If you run to the remnant, you teleport to the remnant. If you don't run to the remnant... In fact, you could probably just press W and scare the survivor. Unless the survivor full sends it into the remnant and surprises the killer. Like, the only play there is the ballsy play. And you can't do it, so... Yeah, we're running out of time here. We're running out of time, running out of hooks. And Nightfall's happening again.
Yep, I think what the Cynic might be trying to do now is... Obviously, Lusty has been healed. I think their strat might just be to hide Lusty and try and get them hatch. Wait, Unhook coming through. Was it Hottie? It was Hottie. Yeah, they're trying to hide Lusty. Lusty is not injured. They don't make any grunts of pain. The only thing you have to worry about is killer instinct. I think they're trying to keep the survivor alive.
That's probably, that makes sense. It's interesting play. Definitely unorthodox.
You play to your outs.
Not common, but
yep.
So then what do you do? Do you throw Ninny at the killer at this point?
You throw Ninny on a gen, try to get them to finish it, and if the killer, takes a hit and blades them out, well, you let them, you throw them at them, and now Lusty has to hide for effectively 3.5 minutes.
3.5 minutes on that timer, and yeah, Lusty. But okay, Ninny has
Ninny been hooked once or twice? I think they've been hooked twice.
I mean, again, the spectator's so bugged, you never know, right? But it looks like we're sitting at 7 hooks right now. So 7 hooks means there's 1 hook on the current survivors, which means either bleed out, either one of them bleeding out results in a win or a tie. I don't know, it depends on the situation. But so we're doing the same thing here.
Right,
we're going for remnant killer instinct.
Yeah, if Hottie bleeds out right here, that will be I think you have to hook this, yeah.
Really?
Hottie,
okay.
Yeah, if Hottie bleeds out, that's 1 point denied again, which would be a tie condition. It would be the rare tie condition if they bled out and they found Lusty. But now, if they can hide Lusty and get Hatch, that's a win for Cynic. But you have to get Hatch. If you don't get Hatch, I'll be honest, I don't know how you get the... I don't know how you get exit gates against Dredge on this map, if I'm being honest. They're, like, Killer Instinct just reveals you.
You don't get exit gates on these maps anyway. So they've changed it slightly so that the line of sight is a little bit off. Without wake up, you don't get it.
Yep.
You don't get it. Like I've played Midwich a couple times this past week, and you don't get it. Like there's a place where you can stand. You have to move to 5 feet. Okay, hatch play. So this is a win if Lusty gets hatch, and it's a loss.
They do.
They get it! Let's go
They
tiebreaker,
must
baby!
have spawned on it. All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We are loading back in for trial number 5, set number 3. It's the tiebreakers, and here's how it's gonna go down. If Calamity ties or wins, they win the match. If it goes down to tie, so Calamity wins. Cynic has to win this match to win. Win the set to win the match. And already finding survivors in the portal room. Have you gotten a lot of Hawkins recently? Because I don't. Oh my gosh, head on! Oh, that was so cheeky.
Montage.
Oh,
sorry,
no.
the question was, have I seen a lot of Hawkins? Yes, but only when I play killers that don't ever want to play on Hawkins, like Oni. Good spin hit there. Yeah, I find this. I'm an Oni main, and I find that's some lucky break there going on.
Absolutely, lucky break. Not lucky enough though.
Well, I mean, it doesn't help when the killer can see you. This, that looked like she was expecting the pallet to be in front of her. It was off to the side. She would have ran to the right if she meant to, but she is under pallet, and we saw some scratch marks. Anybody nearby for it?
They were, but they weren't quite in
enough.
position. Yeah, they were just a little bit too far away. Again, probably trying to stay out of the line of sight, and that is going to be a pain res hitting right off the bat. We do see Ruin in the distance, so Ruin, pain res, sloppy, pretty standard build. The only thing I'm surprised is there's no corrupt intervention in this game.
You know what, though? I respect it. You know where your survivors are starting, and this is a stealth map. Like, if you're ever going to not run corrupt intervention, it's a stealth killer on an indoor map. Like, you know where your people are starting. Typically, no one's cranking away gens until they know about, until you have eyes on the killer. So let's think about that situation. Everyone's leaving portal room, and you got a tag on Ninny, and then you get a quick down on Ninny. Corrupt would have been done a minute into the match. So great, now you got a fourth perk instead, right? So I respect it. I like it.
So the other thing too is that I still think on a lot of indoor maps you do want it, but specifically on this map, and it's only because I played like 3 months exclusively on this map for a team. The portal room and the single upstairs gen will almost always get hit by corrupt, and you never patrol those generators because they're so bad to patrol.
They're gimmies. The upstairs one on the opposite, like not the portal one, but the upstairs one is one that can play into the end game.
They get
but
that.
Yeah, the portal room is garbage. The portal room is just, I don't care. That one, take the generator, it's all yours. And you can see, it's the only gen that's been completed so far. This is a really nice God palette. From the other side, though, if she can get this vault off, if she can vault back, it's a God palette on the other side.
Oh, that's a great stun.
Gonna get the kick in here. We are seeing the Shadow Dance, it is, right?
Yep, Shadow Dance, Swift Hunt. Honestly, there's no other add-ons that you would rather take as Wraith. Getting over to this area, this is not the best place to be. We see the Ruin as well, so Hottie's going to be able to call that out. Wasting as much time as possible with these pallets. They do get the pickup on Ducky in the meantime. And now, with one gen done, they need to get at least 2 more done before this next hook comes in. Otherwise, I think we're going to be looking at a pretty nasty 3v1.
So my hesitation on Shadow Dance was not me not expecting it. It was me always forgetting the damn name of it.
Okay, that's valid. No, that's entirely valid.
I knew what it was, and I knew he had. In fact, I looked at the add-ons right away, and I was thinking to myself right at the very beginning of the match, there's no world where you play any other add-ons. Like, the only one I can think of is maybe getting rid of Swift Hunt and adding... what's the speed one?
Windstorm. And honestly,
Windstorm, yeah.
Because base kit Windstorm got added, I don't see the point. Oh, they actually catch Kate out of position, rotating in for the unhook, and that's going to be another chase coming in. We saw the other gens about 50-60% apiece.
Okay, she makes this pallet though. Nope.
Not before getting a tag. Yeah, she got tricked. She thought it was the other direction.
Yeah, that was like Hattie in the first time going down, thinking that it was on the left when it was on the right, and then Kate thought it was on the right and not the left. That's really unfortunate. So Ducky's going to have to cycle around to some generators. Someone else is going to have to come up for the save on Ninny.
Yep, and this server will be pushed away again. Ruin doing really good work here. However, they might have gone too far away. Unhook is going to be coming in, and I imagine... Yeah, Ace is going to take as many bot... Nope, they are... Sorry, Hottie. Sorry. Oh, no, not this game.
Oh, too bad. FTP?
I don't... Doesn't look
just
like
a blind. What was that? Like a screw you, I'm blinding you, I'm gonna run away now? What was that about?
Maybe trying to make the killer think that you're setting up. Oh, they did. They were setting up on the opposite side of the table.
Come on.
You know, I respect the hustle there from Ace.
I respect it, but that was the silliest hiding spot I've ever seen. That was so funny.
Well, you check the other side, you immediately turn around to the other one. It was like... There was a non-zero chance that it worked, but obviously Rocket, being very professional, understanding the situation, it did not fall for that. And
you walk in and see the hat sticking out from the other side of the table. It seems silly to me. I don't know. Anyways.
This gen is being cranked away. Good bit of percent on it, but this is going to be an M1. And I don't know actually if they make much distance here. This might actually be a really quick double tap.
Oh, best pallet in the game right here, though. Best pallet in the game.
Yep, going down up top.
Work.
And are they going to leave them here? Ruin's still regressing that generator as we speak. And now, I'll be honest, I don't know how you finish. Okay, you might be able to finish one more gen, but I don't know how you finish two. You still have Ruin up. You're not in a great spot. Ace can be running right back into the path of the killer here. Holding W, not absolutely respecting that pallet. And I guess technically, as long as, you know, Kate's up. Oh, they actually get the pickup on Kate. Only the killer was expecting that.
This upstairs is kind of a crappy place to be. Oh, that was Ace picking up.
It was Claudette, actually.
Oh, it was Claudette. Sorry. I don't know why I thought that was Ace. Claudette's hair is clearly a baseball cap like Ace. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Oh, goodness.
Tag on Lusty. And what do we got working up here? You also see, I think that was Kate down the hall. So, no, where both injured survivors are headed back towards main room here.
Yep, they got to try and get a third gen done. If they don't get this third gen done, I think it's lights out. I don't know how you win this without getting a third gen done.
Agreed. I'm surprised no one made it. Well, I mean, I guess it's been going pretty quickly here. I don't know how they haven't made a play for the Ruin yet. That's going to be another down, and we're in dire straits here. Angels, I think in those chases, Rocket, our killer, was able to run around and check the progress on all the gens. Ace might be upstairs.
No,
nope,
they actually got the pickup.
Lusty.
But that means you know where the survivor is potentially. When I say you want to get Ace injured, because as long as they're injured, that makes finding them in the end game is going to be that much easier. But it looks like they only found Claudette.
It's really interesting. Today we have dealt with 3 sets that have no guaranteed hatch spawn. So
that's how indoor maps work.
There's a lot more RNG involved today than in your standard competitive Dead by Daylight match.
Absolutely, but as they say, just because there's RNG doesn't mean the best teams don't still come out on top in the end.
Oh, for sure. It just makes for an interest. It makes for an added element to the end game that isn't there in a standard Dead by Daylight competitive match, right?
That is valid, and they actually did go for the hook there, finding Ducky in the corner, getting the pallet drop. So now it's a little bit more fit. Oh, but they actually lost the first 50-50.
And we have this pallet up here still too.
Choosing to take it, yeah, they're gonna go for it. Unhook coming in on Lusty. I wonder if they're doing the same tactic they did before, where they're gonna try and make sure a survivor gets hidden.
Got some spicy swings here by Rocket. The sky, the look to the sky and swing, but neither of them came through. But unfortunately, this pallet, again, not super strong. And that pallet, it's really interesting. That pallet being on that side makes it a little bit weaker because you can't run into that other room. You're kind of stuck there. So,
True.
So she does end up going down. Lusty is on death hook.
But they get found.
Ducky is on second hook, and Ace is found. Again, the sky looking just 3 for 3, but that tag's gonna come in here.
Yep. Yeah, but as they looking back, like, what was that hit?
It might have looked different on their screen, but that looked pretty clean to me.
Oh yeah, no, it's just the way the spectator is sometimes, but gonna be going back around. This is actually a pretty nasty setup, and survivors in the meantime actually making good use of the time that Ace is doing. And yeah, they're gonna just go upstairs.
Yeah. Oh no, it's got 2 stairs. I was gonna say going upstairs is a death trap, but this isn't a required vault. Now it's a death trap.
Oh, they almost got the fast vault there, but not gonna happen. That's gonna be a hook coming in for Ace. Survivor is still in a horrible spot, as this was the survivor you wanted to hide out and try to get hatch. Now you're looking at a scenario where it's gonna be looking more like 4K3, and Ruin is still up. That gen up top has been completely regressed, unless they've been doubling a gen this whole time.
No, but they healed Lusty at least. So unless that was
Lusty got healed by Ace.
Focus. Oh, did Lusty? Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
After the unhook, they both reset before Kate went down. There's the unhook coming in though. I've never seen that done before. That's actually a really slick way of not having the gravity pull you down in a really weird way. just slowing your movement down by using the uncloak. I've never seen that before. That's actually really good.
Oh, I didn't even understand what they were doing. That's a really good point. Yeah, I guess it's more of a straight drop.
Yeah, a little bit of a cute tech going on. However, Ace about to get teched in the face. That's going to be Sekiro coming in.
Got stuck on the little console there when he fell down onto it. Interesting choice to hook here instead of basement. Basement was right there, but and Ducky's injured there, so I think the fear here is where's Lusty and what generator is she working?
I'll be honest, at this point I'm curious if they're even bothering generators. They might be trying to look into getting some kind of strat, talking it up amongst themselves, seeing if there's a way to get someone with a couple stages out through the hatch. Oh, they actually did sneak them up here.
You're absolutely right, yeah.
I don't know if that's the play. I don't think you're getting a gen done. The 3v1 happened way too early.
She was working on that generator up top. I thought I heard it cranking, right?
It was, yeah. She was working on it.
Yeah. This is unfortunate. Yeah, what do you do here? Do you double a gen? I don't think she gets away from this.
I think the problem is they didn't call it Ruin before. And maybe they think they could power through Ruin, but honestly, in a 3v1, I think you have to take the chance of Eruption being a problem, and just because you can't keep rotating like this, you're not going to get the gens done.
No, and Ruin's worth its weight in gold this game. Ruin's been the MVP perk for sure. Honorable mention to Sloppy Butcher, of course, but
yeah, Sloppy's been carrying too for sure.
I don't see how when Hattie on Death Hook or on Second Hook actually called out Ruin there. I mean, unless she didn't see it, maybe her. Honestly, I can't imagine they haven't seen it yet. But I
that
thought
could be.
Was dead, by the way, that was first hook.
That could be though. That maybe they just didn't catch it, but
like you're heat of battle. You're getting chased by a big guy with a axe or whatever, a mace or whatever. What do you don't necessarily see everything glowing around you. Like there's other glowing stuff. There's a glowing hole in the wall. There's all this glowing crap. So maybe you didn't see it, but I think not killing Ruin definitely was an issue.
I would tend to agree.
This is going to be death on Ducky, and yeah, we're getting down to looking like a 4K3. Angels is healthy, so I mean maybe that hatch play you were talking about. I don't know.
It's not worth nearly as much down though. No, they're coming in. Unless they're taking bait? No, Claudette's being found. They were working on that gen.
What was that? Was that? I don't know what that plan was.
I'm not really sure either.
I don't think I'm big brain enough to understand the plays here. This room is not terrible, but Wraith has a really quick way of catching up for sure. Little Walter here.
Dropping down, yeah, they're both worth 1 point apiece. So if they get one survivor through the hatch, that's essentially a generator complete, and that's about it.
What is your thought on the no bamboozle, by the way? Because bamboozle tends to be a pretty common Wraith pick, but I mean, maybe the map pick, you don't feel bamboozle's as necessary?
There's only one major vault point that I know of, and it's the portal room, and that's it. Everything else is not really much of an issue. The drop downs up top are really not problems. And oh, Ace taking a tag, and this is gonna be, yeah, this is gonna be 4K3, which again, if Calamity finishes 2 gens on the survivor side, it's an automatic win. So yeah, this is looking pretty grim for Cynic.
Nice fast fall.
Yeah,
moral victory.
Yeah,
that's a hard fast fall.
Fast fall. Yeah.
I appreciate it. Respect the skill and determination to hit that fast vault.
Absolutely.
So Lusty is bleeding out. Lusty bleed out doesn't matter. Lusty would need to crawl to hatch to make a difference in the game.
Yep. They essentially have to spawn on hatch within the next 10 seconds, and assuming the Wraith doesn't, find them, pick them up, like, a lot of things have to fall right here. And again, that's only for 1 extra gen worth of points to be added to your score.
I just heard it. Did I not hear it in my right ear?
I sometimes fake myself out when it first spawns.
Am I crazy? I feel like there was a time, maybe, I think they fixed it a couple patches ago. I feel like there was a time when, especially as killer, you could kind of hear the direction of it when it popped open, even if you were pretty far away from it. Maybe I'm completely cooked, but, oh, man, there it is.
Yep, they do.
You know what? That was the direction I said, so...
Maybe.
I don't know.
She was actually close to it?
That's too bad.
I don't know why she didn't go for it. Maybe she just didn't realize, but that will be 4K3, which means, folks, if Calamity in the next trial finishes 2 gens, that's enough for a tie on the tiebreaker, and they win the overall tie breaks. So Cynic has to kill everyone with 4 gens remaining. All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We're loading in for trial number 6. Cynic has a tall order here with their Wraith. They've got to get 4 kills at only 1 gen complete, and I don't know how they're going to do that, but that's what we're here to wait for. We find Kate. Oh, this is Laura. I'm not used to Laura being in this game, okay?
It's okay. I think Laura and Jill look alike, which, I mean, they're both brunettes from video games with ponytails, so, I mean sometimes ponytails. So I feel you.
Yeah, I'm really curious
what do you think
why they're so popular. Like, maybe it's maybe the cosmetics are, like, really blending, or you know what? Maybe they're really quiet. Maybe they're a quiet survivor. I didn't realize.
They're pretty quiet. They're also, a lot of people like her. Like I never really played the Tomb Raider games, but they've already found the ruin here. Yeah, I know a lot of people were really excited when she came into the game, so it could just be preference. She's quiet. And she's I don't know. I hear a lot of people saying that they I think there's a preference. Some people prefer male movements and some people prefer female movements. So maybe it's a good choice for female movement.
I'm about to say, I don't think there's actually a difference. It's only happened when there's vault stuff, but yeah, finding first hit, Sloppy Butcher being applied, finding second person, but like this chase, they have to leave this chase in a couple seconds.
I don't like Devour Hope. Devour Hope. Sorry, there's no Devour Hope. I don't like Corrupt Intervention. I don't know why my brain said Devour Hope. It's because I was hoping for Devour Hope.
Well, at this point, you just have to get the gens not to fire, and that's the only way you can really do it. You just got to get the gens not to fire.
I mean, it turned out to be good because we're a minute and a half into Devour Hope. God, Devour Hope. Corrupt Intervention. We're a minute and a half into the 2 minutes, and we're gonna get our down here. Maybe
they do, but at what cost? Is it gonna be fast enough? 50% on this 1 gen in the corner. And about to say Portal Gen cranking away about 80%.
And that's a free gen too. Like,
it pretty much is, yeah.
Like if you finish this gen, it's over because you can't defend the portal room.
Exactly, and I think this Skurchuk will probably end up hitting the portal room generator. Yeah, it does, which probably gives them a little bit of time. But that means you also might not be going to check the generator that has the most progress that's on the side. Again, oh my goodness, there's 2 separate corner gens. They actually pushed them off though.
Gen up here. Wait, where is it? No, it's this gen in the corner, isn't it?
Yeah, they actually pushed them away from it preemptively. Laura's being pushed away. Ruin's going to be regressing it this whole time, not getting the hit on Laura, dropping the pallet, and imagine, yeah, running to the next room over. Portal room gen will fire, but they do get to waste some time.
So you got to imagine what happens here is, I believe it's Rocket on the portal room generator. That generator is going to pop, and now they're going to rotate around to that generator in the corner that had a lot of progress. If you leave this chase, they're going to pop your ruin. Again, so I was saying on the break, as much as I said before we went to intermission that I don't think Devour Hope was the move. I actually think it might have been because you can't camp. You cannot camp. So I think
I'm about to say Devour Hope is often the Hail Mary of the perk slots for the killer. If they need a win con that's really unrealistic, you bring Devour Hope, hope you get a snowball, and then pray that they don't see it and you get something going. But
I don't know what Angel's doing here. I feel like that generator has tons of progress, and I can't imagine it not popping right now. Like Ruin pops, but I can't imagine that generator not popping now.
So it's because Laura was taking the chase to the other end of the map. They were trying to see why were they trying to take chase to the other end of the map. That's obviously advantageous. So why are they going to the other side? And obviously they thought someone was over here, but again, it just couldn't find him in time. And again, this is such an unrealistically difficult win con. There's the second generator, and Calamity will be taking the victory here.
Yeah. Well, let's go over best possible here. Let's be honest. That 4K3 was rough. But you can still get a good result here. We have a build. The build is built for best possible result. That's definitely true. So Ace is playing this palette really well and coming back around to this God palette, but does not make it before taking the tag.
No.
We got 1 hook on Marco, 1 hook on Pedro so far.
Yep. And I think a good win, or not win con, a good result here still for Cynic. They could still easily 4K1 this. They've got the pressure, they've got the stuff. They've got multiple survivors injured. They could still snowball this. I don't think the survivors could get outs here necessarily, but obviously if they play really well, they could still do it. besides that, like, I don't know. Obviously, Corrupt being gone, Ruin being cleansed, they got Sloppy, they got Pain Res, that's it. But again, you can't underestimate how good Sloppy is on a map where the survivors have no idea where you're coming from.
True. Yeah, you can interrupt your gen if you try and work the gen. If you don't know where the killer is and you're working a gen,
They found the reset too.
Reset is strong. They're pressuring it though. I was gonna say they're gonna get it. There's no way they pressure it when they see the Wraith shimmer walking in, but gets the tag. We still have 2 injured survivors. This pallet's still up, but we are shredding pallets. Oh goodness, good stun.
Yeah, that was really, really good. Getting them stunned in the middle of the cloak, and it's gonna be a longer stun duration. Still possible. But I think this survivor's been hooked one, so I think they can actually go for a tunnel out here and, you know, still go for that really respectable result. It didn't drop that?
They're also shredding. I thought he was gonna swing through it, to be honest, but
yeah, same.
Well, that quick and quiet. That was quick and quiet. That was a quick and quiet vault. Silent vault gets the free escape, and we're gonna make this window again here too. Another fast fall. Let's go, survivors, man.
For real though, I've never gotten a fast fault on that, but we'll be
not from that angle. Sometimes from the other angle because it's got a little bit of a less tight corner there.
Oh, did they actually get this? No, my goodness.
I didn't think that was gonna come through.
That's so cruel and unusual.
That's painful.
Oh my goodness, Claudette desperately trying to take some chase for Adam, and they actually do successfully. I think they thought they cloaked up, and they didn't fully cloak. And really good mind game coming in from Angels and getting the hit across the pallet. Because again, you drop the pallet, Wraith still in Wraith form, then you vault away with life. You get tons of distance. They were forced to break it, but they didn't cloak, so gamble did not pay off.
Did you see that? I'm sorry, I gotta call that out. I'm pretty sure Angels was paranoid for a head-on there. They had to walk by a bank of 3 lockers, and after just getting the flashlight save, I'm just like, I could see the twitching happening.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Don't you dare do it. Don't you dare do it. But we're back on Adam. I think Adam must be the head-on gamer, seeing as they're quick and quiet gamer. This pallet is gone, right? Oh no, it's still up, but it's down. It's still there.
It is still there.
Lost. Yes.
Finishing the 4th gen too, but this will be second hook for Pedro. But now, honestly, that flashlight save probably prevented the 4K one. Now there's a higher chance that there's actually gonna be stages out.
I agree. It's so, like, flashlight saves are always big in Dead by Daylight. Pubs, comp, no matter. But in comp, if you get a flashlight save, a pallet save, a flashbang save, anything like that, that is probably the biggest momentum swing you're ever going to see in these games, for the survivor side at least.
Yeah, it's absolutely brutal.
It's devastating because a lot of the time, particularly, I mean, not everybody. You know, if you're Billy, cool, I'm going to charge right up on you and catch you. I'm Nurse, I'm going to blink on your face. But any kind of standard killer, any kind of M1 killer, anything like that, you're sitting in a situation where you can't, you put so much time and effort into getting to a down, you get it stolen from you, and you're kind of back to square one. It's painful.
And I mean, it also, they have the flashlight. There's no flashlight save.
No, but there's no flashbangs right now. That's right. Sorry.
Right now, Behavior said they actually just straight up removed them. I don't think that's a choice they're going back on, sadly.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
They exist.
Yeah, they exist, but that you can't use them in customs anymore.
Yeah, I thought maybe I'm misinformed. I thought that they were gonna fix it in a future patch. Well,
I have not heard that. If I would prefer them to bring it back because, again, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say removing firecrackers from custom games might be one of the worst changes I've ever seen in a game.
Well, and it's almost like, hey comp, hey, suck it comp.
Well, it's not even just that. It's not even that. Why would you remove it? It's a fun thing to bring into a game. Why are you removing fun?
That's what I'm saying, but how? Okay, but here's the deal. Honestly, I mean, maybe I'm crazy here, but I would say at least 75 to 80% of custom games, and I'm probably underscoring it. I'm probably underestimating it. Who plays custom games? Comp, and maybe kill your friends.
New players that want to practice the game. That's a really good use for it as well. Also worth noting is Angels is actually kind of bringing this back to. I thought this was going to be stages out, but they're actually kind of bringing this back to 4K1 territory.
Got Rocket down. Rocket's out of the game now. First hook on high in here. I believe Ace is Deathhook. Am I right? I think. Maybe not. I don't know. Find out right away, but regardless, though, yes, okay, fine. New players may play that, but I would say a lot of it is comp, and a lot of comp setups have throw the pallet, dummy. That's what I say when my team doesn't do that. A lot of most comp setups have allow firecrackers. So yeah, it almost seems like a slap in the face to comp. Obviously, it's not that. I'm not blaming the behavior for that, but it is kind of gross that they removed it. We got 2 slugs, and Pedro is trying to save his team.
But I think I don't know if they are. Honestly, I would just hide out and let them bleed out. But they might try and pick them up, try and get something rallied back. But again, it's 3v1. You got sloppy, and they actually do find the scratch marks here. But I think they're happy with the win condition being achieved, and they're just like, all right, you know what, we did good. You got your kill. We're not going to get stages out. You can have your 4K1.
That sounds about right. Best pallet in the game. And
Yep.
he doesn't make it work again. These survivors are supposed to be the best of the best, and they can't use this god palette. I can't believe it. That's unacceptable.
Oh goodness. Yeah, this upstairs area, I wouldn't mind seeing a remodel of this upstairs area. It's a bit of a weird setup, but I mean, to each their own. This was really well hard fought by both these sides, but in the end, Calamity does come out on top. Again, real hats off to Cynic. They played a phenomenal match. Just yeah, that snowball in Trial 5 was so brutal.
Yeah, I mean, 4K3 is extremely strong for any killer, particularly Wraith. I mean, again, stealth killers can snowball. That's kind of what that's the scary part about stealth, but it's not necessarily tucked away in a corner here. By the way, going back to the note you said there, Hawkins, did they change it in between removing it and putting it back? I don't think it changed at all, right? Like, I think it's basically the same map it was. So, which is interesting because, like, the license agreement probably, if there ever was a time they could redesign it, it would have been at the re-sign, right? Like, other than Haddonfield, can you think of any? Well, no, I'm already. I was gonna say, can you think of any licensed map that has changed? But they added more Springwoods.
That was
Bottoms,
like,
right?
we're talking like that was like 5 years ago.
No, it was, but it was way after the license came through. Though, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
there
yeah.
was you have to renegotiate, so they can't just add maps. He went up to the generator. That's funny.
That's actually a really smart play.
You can't just add maps. Anything you add, my understanding is, and I'm not a lawyer, anything you add from a license has to be agreed upon with the license holder. So adding
It depends on the license
variations,
holder.
That is true too, depending on the.
Yeah, it depends on the agreement because some are really chill about it and others not so much. So.
Well, we've had a couple Haddonfield reworks, one small one and one massive one. One small one like a long time ago and one massive one more recently. But and then yeah, 4 Bottoms added. I'm trying to think of other licensed maps. The game rework happened. They made it worse. That was fun.
They were able to hear this, and so yeah, finding the survivor before the 60 seconds or timer bleed out. So yeah, 4K1. Really well done.
4K1 for Angels.
Yep.
So that will be Calamity's win. Where does that leave us in the tournament? Well, in the league, in the division.
I think Calamity was pretty much set to be in playoffs. I think they've actually got a high enough set of wins. I would need to double check that though. I don't know the current win percentage. Again, we got some more follow-up games that